Hi guys, Mike with Fights with Friends here, and I just want to know how everybody feels about Roseanne Barr coming on Joe Rogan on Friday. Of course, we're kind of in this rage culture right now. I mean, people are getting fired for tweets. People are getting their livelihood taken away. I've stood up for a lot of people in the past when I felt like the public overreacted on some things, and I didn't feel like it was an overreaction with the Roseanne thing. When I first seen Twitter blowing up and I seen everybody saying fire her and all these things, I hadn't read the tweet yet, but I'm just assuming, okay, people are probably overreacting like they always do. You're trying to take these people's livelihoods. She probably said she likes Donald Trump or something, or she has conservative values or something else that people don't agree with. And then I read the tweet. And of course, I mean, it's super racist, and it really shouldn't have been on Twitter at all, on anybody's Twitter. Really nobody should be reading that. And I always say, don't stop people from doing things. Let them expose themselves. And we let her expose herself. And I got to say, in the past, so I've been a big Roseanne Barr fan, honestly. I was a little pissed off at her after the national anthem thing. A lot of people probably don't remember that. A lot of you are probably too young to remember it. I think I was a kid. She sung the national anthem, and at the end, she said, play ball, and she spit and grabbed her crotch and walked off. And a lot of people found that pretty insulting. I wasn't real excited about it myself. So the tweet came out. She said, I apologize. She goes, what I said wasn't right. She goes, people don't have to agree. She goes, I don't agree with this. She goes, I'm not racist. I'm just stupid. And I'm not sure if I believe her or not. Now, should Joe Rogan have the right to have her on the show, and should she be on there? Hell, yeah, he has the right to have anybody on the show. And for people to say, like this idiot Ralphie J, still love the fact more than ever that Roseanne blocked me on Twitter, but I'm a little more disgusted. Joe Rogan turned out to be exactly who people said he was, constantly giving a platform to people like Milo, Alex Jones, Peterson, and now Roseanne. F off. Oh, so now Jordan Peterson's a symbol of hate as well. What the hell has he ever done? I'm sorry. But, and then Joe Rogan is going to have Roseanne on his podcast. I'm so glad I unfollowed his dumb ass. What are people coming to? I mean, we've had people in the past, reporters, and basically he's a reporter. They interviewed Charles Manson. They interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer. They interviewed the sickest people, not people that said things, people that actually did things. Serial child molesters, serial murderers. And it didn't mean that they agreed with the things that they said or did, but they interviewed them because the people wanted to talk to them. Now, because somebody tweeted and she lost her job, and I didn't have an issue with the show being canceled over the tweet. I thought I would when I heard the show was being canceled over a tweet. When I seen what the tweet was, I was like, okay, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. And Roseanne, she came out and apologized. She said that, I'm on Ambien. I'm like, whatever, that's a stupid excuse. And then I did do a little research, and I started to look into some of the things that Ambien makes people do. And I will say it makes people do some crazy, crazy shit. Some super, super crazy shit. I mean, this is some sleepwalking fourth planet, another universe kind of shit. But for you to say something like that, and this is just my opinion, you can think whatever the fuck you want. My opinion is, though, if you're going to say something like that, it's because you think something like that. You think these kinds of things, so you come out on public and you say them. And there's been tons of story on people on Ambien that have woke up in the morning and made their entire breakfast, driven somewhere, did all kinds of crazy things, hours of things, and did not recall any of it. I mean, it is like they were totally sleepwalking. And Roseanne Barr, she's admitted, she's an alcoholic, she's on antidepressants, she's on Ambien. I'm one of those that never gives someone excuses for doing something when they're drunk or on drugs. Because you did something else stupid, to me, doesn't make it okay that you did the first stupid thing. To me, that's completely asinine. And, I mean, I realize there's going to be people that disagree with me, but I'm sorry, if somebody gets drunk and cheats on their spouse, it's not okay because they were drunk. That doesn't make it better. I don't know if it makes it worse, but it doesn't make it better. And like I said, that's just my opinion. And if you don't like it, tell me to fuck off. You know me, I could give a shit less. But I'm just enthralled by the fact that people think that Joe Rogan shouldn't even have the right to talk to her. She shouldn't even have the right to speak. I mean, she apologized. She lost her show. Everybody on there lost her show. Now, if Joe Rogan said, I don't want to have her on the show, I would have totally supported him there too. That's his right. If he said, hey, I just don't feel like this is the right thing. Like this idiot Ralphie J talks about him giving a platform to Milo. And Alex Jones. Like I talk about people exposing themselves. Milo actually discredited himself, and it came back to the Joe Rogan show. Milo's popularity among conservatives was skyrocketing. And then he hung himself on the whole childhood predator thing. Like when he said that, and to go into that, if you don't know exactly what he said, when he said that an older man, when I believe he was 15 years old, I could be wrong, he's 14, 15 years old, came on to him and he had sex with an older man. And he said, I wasn't the victim, I was the predator. And people took that and they ran with it and said he's endorsing child molesting. Now, I think the fact that he said it about himself, he was probably more in denial and empowering himself. So I think that was kind of a stupid way to do it. But if you're going to say Joe Rogan had this person on there that said these things, well, that's where he exposed himself. If you think that he exposed himself, that's where he exposed himself, is on the show. Because he gave him a platform. Alex Jones, Jesus Christ, he said the craziest shit you can think of. Hillary Clinton is a child molesting, time traveling alien, and the Catholic. So many crazy things. So many crazy things. And honestly, the outrage wasn't real big from them having on him. But now people are saying they're going to stop watching Joe Rogan because he lets this lady speak. Fuck off. Seriously. You're being fucking children. You're complete fucking children. If you don't want to listen to the show, don't fucking listen to the show. But don't tell a person that he doesn't have the right to ever interview something because they tweeted something bad. It's a fucking computer. I said, fucking get over yourself. I'm so fucking sick of people. And like I said, I don't have a problem with them canceling the fucking show. But don't tell somebody that they can't fucking interview somebody. If I'd interviewed Charles Manson before he had died, nobody would say a goddamn thing. But over a fucking tweet, everybody's going to get their panties up in a bunch. Fucking out of this world. I can't even believe, I don't even know how these people fucking function. And I'm sorry. And if you disagree with me on this or whatever, tell me to fuck off there in the comments. I don't care. If you agree with me, let me know what you think about this. What do you think about the whole Roseanne Barr situation? Do you think that the show should have been canceled? Do you think that since she apologized, they should have let the show go on? Do you think that the Ambien was an excuse? And do you think Joe Rogan should have her on? Do you think Joe Rogan should have made the decision to say, hey, I don't want to have this lady on? Or do you think that, are you going to stop watching Joe Rogan because he has Roseanne on? You know, I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know down there in the comments. Please, everybody, give me a like if you're new here. This isn't the usual of what I do. It is Fights of Friends, but this is kind of fighting. This is like online fighting, the rage culture, what's going on there, and people just, they cannot take things far enough. And like I said, this is my opinion, but this is my idea of this. They can't take things far enough. They're upset about something, and they're so upset about something, they have to burn everything in their path to get their anger out. They are so miserable and so, I don't know if they hate themselves or what the deal is. Like I said, I don't agree, obviously, with what Roseanne tweeted. She doesn't even agree with it. And like I said, I didn't have a problem with them canceling the show. Now, if after she apologized, they let the show go, you know, I'd have probably been okay with that too. If I was in that position, is that the decision I would have made? That there's a lot of moving variables. It's easy to say you would have done one thing until you're in the position. But like I said, let me know what you think down below. Update on the UFC YouTube thing. It is in litigation right now. I have a formal complaint actually in there against the UFC for putting a false strike against me. And I was confident enough in the fact that I'm in the right. I had to sign a waiver. I had to sign a thing that said, if I give these guys this information, if I put this information in there, the UFC can actually use it against me in litigation. I have nothing to fear, so I have no problem with that. I have no issues, and if they decide to take my channel over that, then so be it. I'm going to stand up for what I know is right. You guys all seen the stream. You know what it was. You know what happened. And if I die on my sword, I'm going to die on my sword. And I'll move over to Twitch. And, you know, hopefully you guys watch me there. I know some of you said you'd already be there. And I'm already going to stream over there. Like I said, maybe I'll end up doing both. But I said I got a little sidetracked on this thing, though. But I'm just really curious what everybody thinks about this. Let me know down there in the comments. Like I said, down below. Please give me a like and subscribe. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.